everyone. Today is June 2nd, 2020, and we are going to learn about the letter on becoming a priest in the aspiration for Buddhahood. So please join me in gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda. And we are going to chant the Hongan Jojumon, the passage declaring the fulfillment of the Primal vow, followed by English translation. All sentient beings, as they hear the name, realize even one-third moment of shinjin and joy, which is directed to them from Amida's sincere mind, and aspiring to be born in that land. They then attain birth and dwell in the stage of non-retrogression. Excluded are those who commit the 5 grave offenses and those who slander the right dharma. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda. Shoninの一義はあながちに出家発心の形を本当せず鮭記憶の姿を表ぜずただ一年奇妙の他力の新人の欠如せしむる時はさらに難よろしょを選ばざるものなりさればこの真の得たるくらいを教義は即徳往生十不退転等時釈義は一年ぽっ入賞上始終とも言えりこれすなわち不来幸の断平勢合上の義なり和三義いわく弥陀の報道願う人下義の姿は異なりと本願名号心中して語尾に忘るることなかれと言えり下義 方というは在家出家男子女人の選ばざる心なり。次に本願名号を心中して語尾に忘るることなかれというは、形はいかようなりというとも、また罪は重悪豪逆方々先代の友柄なれども、心参芸して深くかかる浅ましきを救いまします御陀如来の本願なりと信知して二心なく如来を頼む心の、寝ても覚めても億年の心常にして忘れざるを本願頼む欠如心の得たる新人の行銀とは言うなり。さてこの上にはたとえ行十座がに称名すとも、御陀如来のご恩の法事もす念仏なりと思うべきなり。これを信じ信心の得たる欠如往生の行者とは申すなり。穴かしこ穴かしこ。On becoming a priest in the aspiration for Buddhahood. The fundamental principle of Master Shinran in our tradition is not that one should become a priest in the aspiration for Buddhahood, or that one should renounce family and separate oneself from worldly attachments. It is simply that when, with the awakening of the one-thought moment of taking refuge in Amida, other power of faith is decisively settled. No distinction at all is made between male and female, old and young. The larger sutra describes the state of having attained this faith, Shin, as immediately attaining birth in the Pure Land and dwelling in a state of non-retrogression. Says in a commentary, with the awakening of the one thought of entrusting, we enter the company of those whose birth is truly settled. This then is what is meant by talk of not waiting for Amida to come to meet us at the moment of death, and of completing the cause of birthing ordinary life. In a hymn, Shinran says, those who aspire to birth in Amida's fulfilled land, though outward conditions may vary, should truly accept the name as promised in the primal vow, and sleeping or waking, never forget it. Outward conditions may vary means that no distinction is made between layperson and priest or between male and female. Next, should truly accept the name as promised in the primal vow, and sleeping or waking, never forget it, means that no matter what the external form of our lives may be, and even if our evil karma includes that 10 transgressions and the 5 grave offenses, or if we are among those who surrender the Dharma, or lack the seed of Buddhahood. If we undergo a turning of the mind and repent and truly realize deep within that Amida Tathagata's saving primal vow is for just such wretched people, if we entrust ourselves without any double-mindedness to the Tathagata and without forgetting, sleeping, or waking, are always mindful of Amida, then we are said to be people of faith who rely on the primal vow and have attained the decisive mind. Then beyond this, even if we say the name constantly, walking, standing, sitting, and lying down, we should think of it as an expression of gratitude for Amida Tathagata's benevolence. Such a person is called a practitioner who has realized true and real faith and whose birth is decisively settled. On this hot day, my flowing sweat may truly be my tears, and what I've written with my brush, how strange it looks. Humbly and respectfully. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namman da Butsu, Namman da Butsu, Nam. So this letter consists of 3 sections. First section is from the beginning to completing the cause of birth in ordinary life. And this section talks about the teaching of Shinran Shonin. And second section is from, in the hymn, Shinran says, to gratitude for Amida Tathagata's benevolence. And this section talks about the contents of the teaching. And the third section is such person is called a practitioner who has realized true and real faith and whose birth is decisively settled. And this is the summary or the conclusion of the letter. And in Japanese, we don't actually read the last poem written by Rennyo Shonin, but since it is in the translation, I have read the translation of the poem written by Rennyo Shonin too. But anyway, my daughter Aoi, she was born in July 2012, so she's going to be 80 years old. And 8 years ago, in June, my wife was pregnant carrying Aoi. And Aoi is the first child that we took extra care that the baby to be born into this world safely. And Aoi was born the day after my birthday, that I was excited if Aoi and I could share the same birthday, but she came out 3 hours late, so I guess she decided to have her own birthday. And the fetus have no choice but to entrust themselves to the mother to be born into this world. They receive nutrition from mother and get ready to be born into this world. And regardless of genders, ethnicities, colors of skins or races, this is unchanging truth or fact as human beings. And Amida Buddha's walking is just like that of mother. This is just a metaphor, so don't be picky and think kind of what if kind of questions regarding this metaphor. But as mother will not ask fetus to do something to be born into this world, Amida Buddha does not ask us to do something. Amida Buddha is just calling us, please born into my pure land of utmost bliss. So we just entrust ourselves to the working of Amida Buddha. And another example could be, Reverend Dr. Ken Tanaka used this metaphor in the beginning of his book Ocean, but salt water are buoyant. So if we entrust ourselves to the ocean, we are able to float. But if we struggle or try to float, we sink. So what I want to say from this metaphor is that the teaching of Amida Buddha is not the teaching to ask us to do something like renouncing the family and become a monk or abandon the worldly attachment. It does not matter who we are. We just entrust ourselves to the calling of Amida Buddha in Nembutsu. And Amida Buddha is calling us, don't worry, and just entrust yourselves to me, and please be born into my land. So Shinran Shonin said in chapter on Shinjin of Jodo Shinshu, in reflecting on the ocean of great Shinjin, I realized that there is no discrimination between noble and humble, or black-robed monks and white-clothed lady. No differentiation between men and women, old and young. The amount of evil one has committed is not considered. The duration of any performance of religious practices is of no concern. It is simply Shinjin that is inconceivable, inexplicable, and indescribable. So as Shinran Shonin states here, nothing from our side is required, and it is all the working of Amida Buddha. Just like the cable car takes us to the top of the mountain, regardless of our abilities to climb up the mountain, Amida Buddha's working takes us to the shore of enlightenment. And saying from our side, attainment of birth into the Pure Land is beyond our ability. But because of Amida Buddha's working, we are able to attain birth. And from the perspective of the law of karma and law of causes and conditions, the foolish beings whose blind passions, such as three poisons of greed, anger, and ignorance, are deep-rooted, attain birth. This is impossible to accomplish. But because the cause is Amida Buddha's inconceivable working, the conditions, the attainment of birth is possible. So there is no need to add anything from our side regarding the attainment of birth. And we say Nembutsu, we utter Namo Amida Butsu with gratitude for Buddha's benevolence. So I hope today's explanation helped to understand more about the letter. And in closing, please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namman da Butsu, Namman. And we have finished reading the 31 letters, but I want to share 2 more letters, and tomorrow we are going to learn about the letter on the anniversary of Master Shinran's death, and day after tomorrow we are going to learn about the letter on white ashes, and that will be the end of this series. So thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day.